This is the third race. Going to Parkville. 7.5 minutes. With winning trainer Enda Bulger. Enda, always nice to have a winner on your local track, and Staker Wallace did it very nicely.
Yes, he did, and I must say it's hats off to everyone for keeping the racing going, and the weather was atrocious here the last few nights, and the ground staff done a great job, and you know, I was happy to run Staker, but it's hard for a horse to be impressive in the heavy ground, but he got the job done and got a lovely ride from Barry.
He jumped well into, didn't he? He jumped from fence to fence, and you know, always looked to be going the best.
Yeah, well, obviously he was the best horse in the race, but at the same time, they have to go out and do it. And as I say, it's hard to be impressive in the ground that's in it. But he's always been a very good jumper, and I was also very lucky to have a great jockey on board.
Where might we see him next? Then, or is it too early to say?
Well, the plan will be to follow the hunter chases around, but we'll see near Cheltenham time whether he's up to that or not. There's a lot of very good horses at the moment for Cheltenham, but in the back of our heads we'll have Punchestown, maybe the Ladies' Cup as well. It's a race over the banks, which he's a great jumper of as well, and he's qualified for that race. So we'll see what will happen in the next couple of months.
It's a bit surreal to be at Limerick at Christmas, isn't it, and not to have spectators here. From a trainer's point of view, you know, what's it like?
Well, listen, we all love Stevens' Day here, and you missed the crowd, and I think the horses miss it a bit as well. But we are what we are, and hats off to everyone for keeping the thing going. And hopefully, in the next 5 or 6 weeks, things will get back to somewhere normal.
We're near the end of the year, and Cheltenham is looming large. Dare I say it? You're synonymous with the cross-country chase, the fox hunters over the years. You would hope to have a couple of horses with good live chances in each of those, obviously.
Yeah, well, we've a couple of nice hunter chasers, him and Stand Up and Fight, and as I say, we'll be tinning things out near Cheltenham time to know where we stand. So at the moment we'll enjoy today, and we'll see what will be down the road.
Limerick Racecourse General Manager Patrick O'Callaghan. Patrick, we've come to the end of the 4-day festival here in Greenmount Park. I suppose a festival like no other. How do you look back on it?
Sure, look, it's I suppose it's great to get to the far side of I suppose the 4 days, well, I suppose 5 days if you like, with the hiccup in and out between. So it's good. I know it's great to get through it. We had a lovely day today, you know, good conditions. So it's great to get out the far side of it, you know. It's a very different festival. So this time last year I was looking back at 4 great days of racing with big crowds, and look, I suppose hopefully we'll be in a position next year where we'll see big crowds back to us again, you know.
Just in terms of St. Stephen's Night and Storm Bella, did you and obviously having to postpone, and then, you know, in terms of going ahead the following day, what was that like? How close did you come, or how much work needed to be done?
The thought process, I suppose, is I suppose it's different to a normal year. If I suppose if we had big bookings, big crowds booked in, and expecting a big crowd, we may have opened up fresh ground, additional ground for the 27th, and got through racing on that day. If we had done that with the forecast that was there for the night of the 27th, we probably would have been gambling a bit with the 28th, and we certainly wouldn't have raced on the 29th. So we'd run out of ground. So I suppose when you take the crowd element out of it and the public element out of the situation, I suppose we took the view that if we can change things around and move things around in order to try and run all 28 races, that was the thing to do. I suppose we're very conscious as well that a lot of maybe smaller trainers and maybe owners or syndicates and maybe amateur jockeys and that are getting a break at Christmas in Limerick when a lot of the big guys are above in Leopardstown. And I suppose we feel like that, you know, if you can race, you should have to try and put your best foot forward and race and give these lads a chance, you know. So I suppose, look, it worked out. I suppose when you're sending out in the rain at 7 o'clock in the morning, scratching your head, right, what are we going to do? You know, you've maybe half an hour to make a decision, you know, along with the clerk of the course and Dave Buston, the track foreman. So I suppose I can't speak highly enough of the track staff. Dave Buston and the team below on the track have put in Trojan work, So while racing was off on the 27th, Dave's team would have been there out on the track at 8 o'clock, repairing the track, putting the track back, and giving us the best possible opportunity to get going the following day. And I suppose I can't speak highly enough of them, and I can't speak highly enough of Ella Connell, clerk of the course, who left no stone unturned, really to get through the 4 days, So be it moving rail or changing layouts of tracks and different things, just to get through it. And I suppose they're really the guys that had to do all the hard work over the last few days,